Right, but isn't that that's our downfall?
That's what I'm saying.
That's
you should be teaching that in school,
but not just school.
There's a lot of shit they should be teaching in school for you guys
that
to go
I
into
agree
fucking
with.
life,
That
and
I
they
agree
don't.
with. There was a kid that did a rap or something about how they don't teach you about how to handle a checkbook, a bank account.
It's fucking stupid. I mean, that's more important than fucking learning about...
Yeah, they teach absolutely no functional skills whatsoever.
None.
Life skills, no.
No life skills, not enough about politics, and so, I mean, this is our future. They're going to be running the world someday, and they're not going to,
But not just
what
to
are we
point
preparing them for?
Not just to point fingers at someone else either, but isn't that kind of our job?
The parents' job, but
you know what I mean?
Well, then that fucking... Exactly, and there's a lot of shit that parents don't fucking teach their kids, especially in D20.
Do you remember when I sat you down and with the Monopoly money and I told you about interest and how to taxes and all of that stuff when you were younger?
Yeah, but you come out of high school and people don't even know how to pay bills. People don't know what insurance is, what kind of insurance, they don't know anything about anything. And I think it's just sad and it's just
with
messed
that algebra.
up. Algebra. Yeah. Helps me out a lot.
Addition.
Not.
Haven't used one lick of algebra since I've gotten out of high school, except for ASVABs. But
I don't know. I just keep having this image in my head of you guys. Are you doing the Monopoly money with them? And the next moment you're like, "Fuck yeah, Boardwalk! You owe me interest, bitch."
No, but I did try to sit down and kind of explain to them because when they reach a certain age, they start to understand money and they start to say, "Okay, well, Dad, can we buy this? Can we buy that?" And at some point, you have to sit them down and you say, "Okay, well, Daddy makes this amount of money, and this is the bills that Daddy makes," and then you kind of have to start getting real with them at some point and showing them that you can't just ask for any toy, and if you're going to pout over not being able to get this, you can decide between eating or having a video game.
Good Lord, are you guys listening to this?
What is?
No.
Jordan's laughing. Gabe's pointing.
Is that because you've heard this from your father before? Kind of.
Don't do this crap. Are you shitting me?
No, and it's reality. I mean, it's something that you guys all should actually invest in because you're going to have a far greater respect for your parents once you know. I mean, Ty he kind of had an idea because I kind of laid it out for him, as he was growing up. But once he got out of the house on his own, all shit hits the fan. Oh man, I do have to pay for food. How am I going to eat? It's not just, they wake up and go to the fridge anymore. Now my fridge is empty. I don't have, money to buy soap to wash my clothes. I don't have money to buy toothpaste to brush my teeth. My ass stinks and I can't afford, shampoo. And I mean, it's reality. All these little things you take advantage of.
It's creating a generation of adult children, I believe.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I literally at one point told the girls, I've taught them all this stuff, but at one point I sat them down and I was like, "Listen, if you guys keep this shit up, I'm going to leave for a week and let y'all fucking figure it out. Find your way
Nebraska.
to school."
Woo!
Yeah, right, yeah. That's true.
You're leaving him hanging.
No, I didn't see him there. But
you reached down like he's like hanging. We're talking up here.
But no, I was like, you're going to have to figure out how to get your groceries. You're going to have to figure out how to pay the light bills. I will leave for a freaking week and let you figure it out if you don't.
And he even went to the extent to where he was like, all right, so you want to eat? Okay, there's meals upstairs. You got to pay me $1 each meal that you have.
Yeah,
you want to watch TV?
I'm a fan.
You need to pay me $5 a night.
Go towards the cable bill
to watch TV.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, I wasn't too mad about it at first, but
because you didn't get it,
and then my piggy bank was gone, and I was like, no, I want candy.
I taxed that ass.
Right.
I taxed that ass.
Monopoly fucked you up.
I hated it. It wasn't even like it was Monopoly either.
And I actually went. I mean, I did. I gave him a stack of money and said, "Okay, here's how much money you have. Doesn't that feel good?" Yeah, man, this is nice. I've got like $500 here. Okay, cool. Your rent is $250. Hand it over. Cool. Okay, your utilities are another $100. Hand it over. Yep. Groceries are this much. And then he's sitting there at the end with a $10 bill. I'm like, "There's your money for the month, bro. Enjoy.
Good luck."
I was like, damn. No, I got out into the real world,
right,
and I was like,
he's got flashbacks right now. He's still feeling that $10 bill in his hand.
I just wish I would have not spent it.
Reality's a motherfucker.
It is.
We'll see. And we'll segue into sports in this subject because sports is not fucking cheap, dude.
No,
it is not cheap. So
Nothing that these kids do nowadays is cheap.
Well, I mean, we're talking about hundreds and hundreds and sometimes thousands of dollars. Chance here, I don't know much about you at all, but you were an ex-football player. I don't know what you did.
I played in college in Shattern State for 2 years and then CSU Pueblo for 2 years.
Okay. Yeah. So you understand that, especially being in college.
It's a huge commitment, especially in college. That's exactly right. Like your football 75% of the time, class 25%, and you're expected to make B's at least B's. And it's never miss a class. It's just a huge, huge undertaking.
Well, did you have a job while you were doing all that?
Yeah, I had a part-time job, too. I was a bouncer at Schmitty's Greenlight.
We're always bouncers.
Yeah, I was too.
It's crazy to think that Division I players don't become ineligible. No, don't become ineligible that much. They do make their grades because they have to, and it's crazy to think. Division I is
some of the scariest people you'll ever come across in your life. You will get your ass to class or face the wrath of fucking coach whoever.
It's like being in the military, right?
It damn sure is. Like at Shattern State, especially, Coach O'Boyle, man, he ran that football team with a fucking iron fist. And if you missed class, your ass was fucking grass.
But you know what? That's totally. I'm glad that they run it like that because the amount of money that you make once you hit a professional level is insane. And so you should have to have intelligence and behave,
put in your work.
Know how to act, know how to behave, and because some of these NFL players that are making millions of dollars and assing out and doing stupid shit is that's no way to be.
Or they're complaining about they're not making enough money.
So why do you think they become like that if they have to go through all of that grueling training in college and whatnot? Why do they become dicks?
It's because they're groomed. Like once you get into the NFL, your status as an athlete is completely different. You can be on the practice team. It doesn't matter. You're still making $80,000 at least a year. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, that $80,000 is your baseline as a practice player. So, I mean, all you got to do is go out there and get your ass kicked. Right. I mean, and you get paid. I mean, shit, that's what we do for fighting, but we don't get paid $80,000 a year for that.
Not even close.
But, I mean, but that's what it is. Is they're groomed and they're coddled and they're babied, and that's when you hear when an NFL star, fucks up and does something stupid, and that's why that football team, they'll do anything and everything to save them because at the end of the day, it's saving the team's name. It's saving
them a lot of money too.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just crazy, and that's why they turn into assholes because they feel like they can pretty much do anything. Yeah, there are
entitled, very entitled.
Well, there are certain players. I mean, like Marshawn Lynch.
Awesome player.
Great dude, too.
Yeah, I mean, he literally didn't spend 1 cent of his money throughout his football career. Not 1 cent. Yeah. Like everything that he spent was on like stuff he did on the outside. And so when he was done, that guy came out with millions and millions and millions of dollars. And he had the right mindset. He got out. He was buying a house for his mom. He was, paying it forward. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
But it depends on the player. I mean, if you're going to go in there and you're going to be an asshole, you're going to be an asshole.
And he was always like, in the rare occasion that he did an interview, he was super respectful and carried himself very highly. Like Marshawn Lynch, he's a rarity for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't see it all the time, and that's why I keep telling. Like Jordan came out of retirement for football this year, and did a hell of a job down in San Diego. But he's not sure if that's football is really going to be his thing. He's not sure, and that's fine. But Gabe, phenomenal athlete, but he's at a point in his life and. Yeah,
the girls are taking over.
Yeah, the girls. You got one girl on one ball, another girl on one ball, and another girl on his dong. But just pulling him in 3 different directions, and causing trouble. And he doesn't know that everything that he does from here on out is gonna affect
the rest of his life,
the rest of his shit.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're talking about a guy who went to college for football, a guy that went to college for football. 2 guys that were professional MMA fighters for a very, very long time. You got another kid that decided that, he was tired of the same old grind every single day and having to worry about the money, having to worry about the drama in his life and stuff. And he stepped up and he's, now going to the Air Force. So, I mean, that's the stuff you need to listen to. And you, too, okay, putting people on their ass and getting in trouble and losing your phone and all that other stuff. You know,
the
Y'all getting called out today.
it amazes
but that's the point.
Me.
He knew what was going to happen.
It amazes me how we can raise, because I raised Tynan from the time he started competing when he was 6 years old, and he was doing little tournaments and stuff that Eric Lalone had set up and stuff. But you bring him up and he's got 10 years under his belt of absolute dedication to a sport, and this is his dream, this is his goal. He always talked about it. Anytime anybody asked the little dude what he wanted to do, I'm going to be a Muay Thai fighter, or I'm going to be an MMA fighter, or whatever. And then boom, puberty hits. Everything fucking goes out the window, and now it's all about girls and being cool and my homies, and it amazes me how distracted like that your testosterone can get you.
Public schools, thank you, public school.
It wouldn't matter if you're in a private school wearing a
private
suit,
schools
a silly ass suit.
private
every day.
Okay, well,
schools
when you're in a
worse.
Christian school, I believe that's totally different from being in a
No.
private
Well,
school.
it just
Let me
means the
go
girls
ahead
are
and tell you
sluttier,
why.
dude. What are you talking
Exactly. let
They
let
just
me
want
tell
it
you a
more.
little something about preacher-daughter syndrome.
Yeah.
I feel that their punishments are a lot worse though.
It doesn't
I'll tell you
matter.
that.
It
It's
doesn't
crazy.
matter. Seriously, the more restricted you guys are, the more you go out looking for it. So
Exactly.
private school is worse.
I feel that. It depends on your mindset.
Every
to be
girl that
honest.
went to every girl and guy who went to private school with.
I wish I went to private school.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, he does. He wants
he
them
does.
slutty
I
girls.
wish
dude.
I
He
did.
wants a
No.
slutty girl.
It ain't even like that either. I just feel like
Little
I have
California
more.
skirts
you
and
know.
shit.
shouldn't do this, so let's do it.
Okay, let me say one thing. When 6 people talk at the same time, it's going to sound like shit. So let's let each other talk, and if you have something to say, wait your turn.
What did you say?
Exactly.
Huh?
No, but you didn't want. You trust me. You wouldn't want to go to a private school. It is worse.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you go to one?
No, but I know a lot of people who did.
Oh, did you?
I was raised in an era where Catholic school was very huge, and Catholic schools were everybody had to wear uniforms and all things like that,
Skirts.
and it was skirts and I mean everybody looked the same, and everybody.
Do you remember that one?
Oh my
Sorry.
god, seriously? Is that what time?
They did it on purpose.
Oh.
But no, yeah, they all dress the same. They have the same amount of rules, and it's just 10 times worse because you now have to find your own individuality through your behavior rather than your looks and
I feel
whatnot.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
I never went to
understand,
private
yeah.
school. I mean, I was never cool enough to be able to do that.
Right.
But if I just know, like, if I was at that age and I knew the functionality of a private school and being able to go there, and those girls were just ready, like begging
I just wanted
to get a high five, Jordan.
Yeah, those girls like
that-
those high fives.
I just wanted to see what it's like to have like a different view on life. You know what I'm saying? So instead of being in like a public school where thousands and thousands and thousands of people, like my girlfriend, she went to a private school. She went to a Christian school. She had 5 people graduate out of her class. Literally 5 people up on stage, just standing there, and they all had their diplomas.
That doesn't sound
So
very
that,
successful.
why is that
It does.
appealing to you?
No, but it's not even like
5 out of how many?
It was. They had 5 people in their class.
Okay,
Freshman,
see,
sophomore.
I graduated with 17, I think. So,
Really?
Yeah, I went to a small
I had like
school.
thousands of people in
Really?
my class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I went to a 1A small school, Weldona, Colorado.
Right.
6-man football.
Right.
You know, it was out in the country. It was dirt
Small
roads
town,
and
yeah.
cornfields, man.
Right.
You know, so.
So, are you just feeling like a small fish in a big pond?
No,
is that
it's
kind
not
of
even
what you're thinking?
No, it's not even like that. I just sometimes it's interesting to look at life from another person's point of view and another person's,
Right, but
Yeah,
how does
but
going to
it's-
private school? Good.
I'm not saying it's good. I just wanted to see what it's like. I kind of wish I could have a different point of view on life, but it's just
And you totally can.
I
You
know.
can absolutely at any point in your life
Private school or not.
change your point of view and experience new things and try different things
And I have,
try
yeah.
to live a different way of lifestyle. So don't limit yourself just by what you missed out on in your past. Use that to create a better future.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Got to change your stars.
My stars.
You know what I'm talking about.
A Knight's Tale.
Thank you. Sometimes you just got to throw in a movie quote. Son, you can change your stars.
You have been weighed and you have been measured and you have
Weighed.
been found wanting.
Yeah, he wants something. I don't know. But
He wants to be just like every kid. He wants everything for free.
yeah.
Yeah.
I want everything for free. Shit.
Same.
Yep.